So day 56 for Emirates Team New Zealand on the LEQ12 down here in Auckland. We're with Simon Corkery. First of all, first time behind the camera, so maybe just explain a little bit about your role here at Team New Zealand.
Yeah, so my name's Simon Corkery. I'm one of the performance engineers here at Emirates Team New Zealand. Often I'll be looking at figuring out how well the boat's performing aerodynamically or hydrodynamically. Sometimes I'll be running simulations or designing sensor systems for the boat, sort of jump around depending on what needs to be done.
Yeah, nice. And now I'm sure everyone's pretty interested at the moment in the starboard foil, the new foil that has been released. Today is sort of a high-end day with some decent sea state. Wasn't sure if you guys were going to head out into that area, but you did. What were you trying to achieve out there in that sea state? Was that part of the plan today?
Yeah, well, it's obviously a brand new foil on the boat. There'd been a few minor issues that we'd had with it over the past couple of days, which caused us to come in early the other day. So today was really about just pushing the foil to the limit, seeing that it's going to hold out for the entire range of conditions that we could expect the thing to suffer through. And today was a pretty good day because it basically survived, and we came back when we intended to.
Yeah, we saw the guys on board taking it easy at the start, doing most of the sort of roundups and bearaways on the OG foil.
Yep.
But then later in the session, we saw roundups and bearaways on that starboard foil.
Yeah, exactly.
And seemed like it was performing okay.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't have any problems with it, which is exactly what we want.
Oh, you must be happy about that. And,
yeah, exactly.
And you work with simulation and whatnot as well. So.
Yep.
How does that foil compare on the water to what you saw in the sim? Are you happy with the results you're getting? Are there some slight differences?
Yeah, well, it's working well, but that's one of the challenges of our job. So all the conditions are super nice and perfect on the computer. But when you come out and actually sail, and then you're ploughing through waves, getting data which is actually representative of what you have on the screen is extremely challenging. So we do our best, and so far that foil seems to be doing a pretty good job.
It must be a little bit tricky. Maybe this was one of the issues. You probably can't tell me, but with the control system and the issues yesterday, and that style of flap, it's quite a lot different to everything that's been tested on the water so far.
Yep.
Is that kind of the issue, getting the control system working with that different style flap, or?
Yeah, so the two foils tend to perform in slightly different ways, so it's always a bit challenging for the guys to change over between one foil to the other foil, and then also see how each one responds during these challenging conditions. So it's pretty tough for them.
And going forward towards the Cup, obviously, this is the second round of the 75, so all the design and experimentation is kind of getting a bit more refined. People learned a lot from the last Cup. What kind of characteristics do you think we're going to see, and what kind of characteristics are going to be kind of the winning shapes and designs going into this Cup? Yeah,
that's always a hard one to say. So. I mean, ourselves and a lot of the other teams will be trying to weigh up how big the foils need to be, things like the plan form shape that they may have. And then often the choice comes down to, I guess, personal preference in terms of what the team's actually targeting. The bigger foils perform better and they're light and they help you take off, but then they generally have a whole lot more drag when you're going in the upper wind range. So it's a challenging time of year for all the designers. Sort of crunch time now.